Hey guys, and welcome back to That LP Show. The name of the game is EarthBound for the Super NES. I finally found some time to record, and I'm sorry it's taken so long to get to these last few episodes, but as you all know, the holidays are right around the corner. Christmas is later on this month. Not a lot of time to sit down and play the video games for an old guy with a wife and kids. It's good enough for the single guys, they can get away with it. I unfortunately can't, so I can't play all these new games like Super Mario 3D World, Sonic Lost World, A Link Between Worlds. Can't do it, don't have the time. Don't even have the games, actually. I'll probably be getting them around Christmas, because, when Christmas is rolling around, I'm certainly not buying games for myself. However, I can buy those games for my children. Unfortunately, that means that I have to wait for them to unwrap it on Christmas Day in order to get a chance to play it for themselves, and then I'll play it. And if I like it, I'll do a Let's Play of it. Other than that, have been buying a few of my own games, because I friggin' love Steam. Okay, new enemy right here. This is the Squatter Demon. Easy enough, he's weak against fire, but we're gonna use regular attacks on him since there's just one, and he can poison you. So if he does that, just wait until the end of the battle in order to heal the poison. There you go, so Ness got poisoned, so we're just going to ignore that until the end of the battle. Okay, so yeah, waiting until Christmas to play all of those new games. Have no real other option. Have been buying a few of my own games that I can get for cheap. Steam just had a really big sale. Oh, I should have healed the poison. Okay, a few new enemies right here. We have the Wild and Woolly Guy. No, the Wild and Woolly Shambler. I think we've run into him before. And the Ultimate Octobot. Pretty easy. We want to take this guy out first, and then the Ultimate Octobot. Actually, we want to take him out first because he has the ability to steal, just like every other Octobot. The Wild and Woolly Shambler. I don't know if this thing is exclusive to the Cave of the Past. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up Ness. I don't know if this thing's exclusive to the Cave of the Past. I think we may have run it before. But, in typical role-playing game fashion, the final area of the game is going to have a ton of different palette swaps of earlier enemies in the game that they just, they do a palette swap, they ramp up its difficulty, and then they call it a new enemy. And we got it. Okay, it's just a psychic shield. Nothing really to worry about. So yeah, about those new games that I bought. I got Dishonored on Steam for like $13. I got the Game of the Year edition. That's awesome. It's an action stealth game similar to Deus Ex, and you guys probably at this point know how much I love Deus Ex. Tried to do a Let's Play of it at one point. Okay, new enemy right here. This is the nuclear reactor robot. Once again, it explodes upon defeating it, so we want to save it for last. And once we do get to it, we're going to use Pooh's mirror ability in order to have him copy the thing and use its refueling ability to keep everybody at full. So yeah, I love Deus Ex. Tried to do a Let's Play of it, but I don't know why I just kind of abandoned it. I think it's because I wanted to focus more on Sonic Generations at the time, because I was trying to do them side by side, and it turned out to be a little too much for me. But I at that point in time, I believe I was pretty much promising a Let's Play of Sonic Generations as soon as it came out, and I was making that promise since I did my very first Let's Play of Sonic Colors. So I just felt compelled to really focus on that, and then I ended up just kind of abandoning Deus Ex Human Revolution. Speaking of that game, though, another thing that I picked up on Steam, which is another reason I love Steam, is the Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. And because I already owned the vanilla version with the Missing Link DLC, I managed to get my hands on that for about $3. I probably should have waited and gotten the Wii U version, since that one seems like it's you know, has the less glitches in it, because the first unpatched release of Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, yeah, I think they built that from the ground up using the original unpatched build of the vanilla version of the game. So there was some performance issues, and if you're playing the PC version, you have to play with the game's registry in order to get it to run smoothly. But you know, luckily I'm able to do that. Most PC gamers are able to do things like that, so it's not much of a worry. And I don't really know if you have to deal with those issues if you're playing a console version. I tend to play first-person games on PC because I've never been that great at positioning a targeting reticle with an analog stick. I much prefer a mouse. I also prefer a Wii Remote pointer, if at all possible, which is why I love the Metroid Prime trilogy on Wii so damn much. All right, enough talking about other things. Let's talk about EarthBound. Talk about the Cave of the Past. It's sectioned off into 3 areas with a more difficult level of enemies being offered up in each progressive stage. I just totally tripped over what I was saying there because I also want to talk about the legendary bat. Ness is pretty much his best weapon in the game. He has a better one. It has a lower offense, higher guts. He has, of course, the Casey bat, which has a higher offense, but it keeps missing. So just as a basic all-around weapon, the legendary bat is pretty much your best bet. And you could also run into the Ghost of Starman here, so if you missed your chance at getting the Goddess Band when you were in Onett, then you have another opportunity to do so right here. And how am I doing on HP? Everybody good? Because I just healed up after that battle. There we go. All right, so I guess I'll refill some of my psychic points after this battle. And we have a new enemy right here, the Final Starman. Just like the Ghost of Starman, he can cast Starstorm on you, so you want to get ready with either a Psychic Shield Sigma or a Psychic Shield Omega. And I want to try to go with Omega just so I can, you know, knock the Starstorm back and take both of these guys out as fast as I can. You want to take out the Final Starman first because he can actually revive fallen allies because he has healing Omega. So if you knock out the Ghost of Starman first, then the Final Starman can simply revive him. So we want to focus on him. Hopefully Paula can get that Psychic Shield off first. Okay, so looks like we took him out pretty easily. So if this guy tries to cast Starstorm on us, he's in for a very unpleasant surprise. And for some reason, the Psychic Shield protects the Super Plush Bear. There we go, so it's getting deflected off of all of us, and back on Ghost of Starman, so he pretty much ate his own shit and died. Okay, can I get this butterfly here? Sorry, I'm drinking some Dr. Pepper over here, and for some reason, every time I drink Dr. Pepper, I end up choking on my own words and running out of breath really fast like Joe Pesci. Alright, getting really close. There we go. Now we're moving on to the final area of the Cave of the Past, and it's here. Let's see if I can find the enemy that I want to show off. Is it you? Nope, just a nuclear reactor robot. How about you? No, yet another nuclear reactor robot. But, you know, fortunately, we have a bunch of Super Plush Bears, so it really helps out when those things explode. Alright, if we go in there, we're going to end up in the very final area. I'm going to take a few minutes to see if I can find the enemy that I want to show off. Yes, okay, that took about like 5 minutes to find. This is the Bionic Kraken. It has a 1 in 128 chance of dropping the Gutsy Bat, Ness's quote-unquote ultimate weapon. It's not, it doesn't have the highest offense, but it significantly raises his guts to where damn near every single attack he makes is a smash attack. If you're reading the official player's guide, it would have you believe that that item is being held by one of the Krakens in the Sea of Eden. It is wrong. It is actually this guy right here. Okay, so if you're going to fight this guy, make sure you have the Franklin badge on either Paula or Jeff, and that each of them have some flame protection, which is why I have the Sea Pendant on Paula and a Flame Pendant on Jeff. I'll be promptly switching that over to the Night Pendant. Other than that, pretty easy. We're going to take them out with regular attacks, and we should be able to take him down in a few turns. He's not too much stronger than the regular Kraken. Is he going to drop the Gutsy Bat? I seriously doubt it. Okay, that's the enemy that I wanted to show off. Moving on. Ooh, okay, so we're in like this weird intestine-looking area. Oh, might as well heal up while we're here. We got a magic butterfly right there. And on top of that, now is the time to start using those magic truffles. So, especially on Paula. Because, well, we're pretty much almost to the final boss here. We're not going to need them for any other real reason. Any more here? Nope, nope. Paula's holding most of them, I think. There we go. Let's get her at least over 200. Okay, she already is over at 200. And let's give Pooh a little bit of a boost. Oh, well, that was a complete waste. Oh, probably because he's Eastern, doesn't eat truffles. Okay, so as we crawl up here, you can see everything's kind of pulsating, almost as if we're in the body of some sort of weird thing. Ooh, it's an eyeball. Almost looks like Mother Brain, except the pupil is Ness's face. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, it looks nothing like Mother Brain. I'm thinking of something else. I know I've seen this before. Oh boy, fat man in a spider mech. Ness, are you surprised? It's me, Pokey. I assist only the strong and able. That's Pokey. You guys look pathetic. The Apple of Enlightenment has already made a prediction. They never explain what that Apple of Enlightenment is. It's kind of like Dr. Eggman and Sonic Adventure with the stone tablets. But I won't let what the Apple of Enlightenment predicted take place. You guys will be beaten by Giygas. Giygas will be stronger, a more powerful entity than any other. Why? 'Cause of me. I was led by Giygas, and now I'm here. The Apple of Enlightenment couldn't predict this. Master Giygas, no, Giygas is no longer the wielder of evil. He has become the embodiment of evil itself, which he cannot control on his own. He is the evil power. Okay, it's time for the final battle against Giygas and the heavily armed Pokey, accompanied by some kick-ass 16-bit music. Okay, Giygas here is pretty much invincible. We can't do anything to him. He can cast Rockin' just like Ness, and he has a Psychic Shield Omega. So we want to focus all of our attacks on the heavily armed Pokey. Pokey is pretty much the final boss at this point. Or he's the boss that we're fighting at this point. Alright, since Giygas can cast Rockin', we want to cast PSI Shield Sigma. Make sure it's Sigma, because we don't want to reflect Rockin' back at him, because what'll happen is it'll reflect off of our shield, then it'll reflect off of his, and then it'll come back and hit us even harder. Alright, now is the time where we use these multi-bottle rockets, and with Pooh, we'll just use his strongest freeze attack. And we'll just start wailing on him with some of our strongest attacks, to some kick-ass heavy metal music. And I really wanted to get that Psychic Shield off before Giygas got off his PSI Rockin'. And just lather, rinse, repeat. Keep using, oh, come on. Okay, that's the bad thing about the multi-bottle rockets. Sometimes they don't work, but they are still the strongest thing that Jeff has at his disposal when they actually do hit. So continue on with the regular attacks. Go ahead and use Freeze Omega. We want some single targeting spells because we just want to hit Pokey. And go ahead and try another multi-bottle rocket. Oh, you know what? Just to... I know I'm wasting a turn here, but I really want that Night Pendant on Jeff, because Giygas will be able to use Flash later on in the battle. So, holding off on that multi-bottle rocket for right now, going all out with the strongest attacks, and make sure that every few turns you want to reestablish Paula's Psychic Shield Sigma, because if you take too long, it will wear out. We go. Alright, so as long as we got that Psychic Shield up, Giygas can't really hurt us. Unfortunately, Pokey is still a pretty legitimate threat. Let's go ahead and use Ness to get everybody's HP back up. And let's try that multi-bottle rocket. And if we just keep this going, it shouldn't take too much longer to take out Pokey, especially if you have good luck with the multi-bottle rockets. Hopefully we can take him out before the Psychic Shield disappears. There we go, alright. I understand you guys are already claiming to be heroes. Well, it is a gillion years too early for you to oppose Giygas. You must feel pretty stupid to keep fighting without even knowing what Giygas looks like. If you were to ever see Giygas, you'd be so petrified with fear, you'd never be able to run away. That's how scary it is. So, do you want me to turn off the Devil's Machine? Well, prepare to be amazed. Okay, just looks like darkness. So, isn't this terrifying? I'm terrified too. Giygas cannot think rationally anymore, and he isn't even aware of what he's doing now. His own mind was destroyed by his incredible power. What an almighty idiot. Yep, that's what he is. And you will be just another meal to him. Alright, so at this point, we pretty much want to just go all out on Giygas with our strongest attacks. So, yeah. Not really much of a use for our psychic points unless you want to heal up, but Ness has more than enough, so we're going to go all out with Rock and Omega. PSI might as well go Fire because our Psychic Shield's not going to do anything. No need to save PP in order to use that. Multi-bottle rockets, and we'll go ahead and use Starstorm Omega. I don't think we've even used this yet. And we just want to take him out as fast as we can with our strongest attacks and get this fight over with. And Giygas pretty much has one attack that has multiple effects. And it just describes it as, you know, you can't comprehend the true form of Giygas' attack, and it can do several different things. It can cast Thunder on you, which will in turn be reflected if he hits somebody with the Franklin badge. He has an attack that just does regular damage to you, and he has the equivalent of Flash Omega, which is why we want Flash Protection on everybody. You must really be at the end of your rope. In this bizarre dimension, you four are the only force fighting for justice, and here you stand, waiting to be burned up with the rest of the garbage of this universe. Ha! That's so sad. I can't help but shed a tear. You know, my heart is beating incredibly fast. I must be experiencing absolute terror. Do you want to scream for help here in the dark? Why not call your mommy, Ness? Say, Mommy, Daddy, I'm so frightened. I think I'm gonna wet my pants. I know you have telepathy or something, so just try and call for help. You pathetically weak heroes of so-called justice. No one will help you now. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, your pitiful suffering will be over soon. And with that, Giygas moves into his final form. And it's here that all of our attacks do absolutely nothing. Pokey actually gave us a hint on how to defeat Giygas at this point. Come on, let's just get all of their turns over with. So yeah, we want to have everybody defend except for Paula. We want her to pray. During this fight and this fight alone, it has a different effect than all of the different effects that it usually has outside of the final battle. So just have everybody defend, only have Ness or Pooh heal when necessary. Otherwise, everybody defend, have Paula pray. I feel good. So yeah, some of the dialogue and the imagery for this, everybody who's an EarthBound fan knows this story, but just in case you don't, there was a movie that SHIGESATO ITOI accidentally saw when he was a little kid called, what I think was the Military Policeman and the Dismembered Beauty, I believe, was the name of the movie. And he thought it was a rape scene that he was watching. It was actually just a regular murder scene. But he was very traumatized by it, and the imagery and the dialogue that goes into Giygas's, battle was directly influenced by that. So once Paula prays, she starts calling out to the people of the earth. And and each time you pray, it sends it out to a certain other character, another character that we ran into during some point in our adventure, and they start praying for you. All of the Mr. Saturns felt a new, startling feeling they had never experienced before, and they all started praying for the safety of Ness and his friends. Okay, so yeah, now that they are praying, that actually starts to damage Giygas. His defenses become unstable, and we want to do this a total of 9 times in order to destroy him. So that's how you take out Giygas' final form. And each time you do it, he starts distorting more and more. We should be good. Yeah, we'll just pray again. Defend. Everybody defend. There we go. And this will be number 2. Okay, looks like it's just doing regular damage. Oh, looks like Jeff is going down. Not to worry. It says have everybody do that. I don't know why Paula didn't pray there. Come on, can Ness heal him before he dies? Nope, he's gonna go down. Not to worry, though. Come on, Paula, pray. He solidified her and canceled out her prayer on that other turn. That sucks. Oh, we haven't seen the Runaway 5 for a while. So I see that there are tour buses here, which means that it is possible to drive to Summers from Fourside. Suddenly, one of the Runaway 5 felt something stop him, and he prayed fervently for the safety of Ness and his friends. Just one of the Runaway 5. The other 4 don't give a shit. 47 HP. That was nothing. Okay, let's once again try to heal everybody. Pray. And let's try to revive Jeff. Simply because... oh, not enough PP. Not enough PP. Okay, let's see. I really want to bring Jeff back to life simply because I don't want to keep staring at the redness. Okay, and pray. And wow, You know what? We'll get him on the next turn. We'll get him on the next turn. I want to heal everybody. Pray. Pooh, eat your brain food lunch. Get some psychic points, so on your next turn you can revive Jeff so I don't have to stare at the redness anymore. Come on, pray, pray. There we go, and this will be number 3. Paula's father thought he somehow heard his daughter's voice and prayed sincerely for the safety of Paula and her friends. "94 HP. Okay, getting a little better. Defend. Pray. Let's get Healing Omega going on Jeff. There we go. Don't have to stare at the redness anymore. Okay, not that it'll do any good. Oh, finally the shields are disappearing. And this will be number 4. Suddenly, Tony felt anxious about Jeff, and he prayed strongly for the safety of Jeff and his friends and started singing his own theme song, The Ballad of Gay Tony. Oh, okay. Looks like gay prayers are pretty strong. Alright, defend, pray, defend, defend. Everybody's in good shape. Ouch. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. And this is prayer number 5. A young woman in Dalam woke from a dream in which Prince Pooh died, and she began to pray for the well-being of Pooh and his friends. Ooh. Okay, getting a little stronger, Alright, let's keep going. And this will be prayer number 5. Oh, no, it's 6. 6, I believe it's 6. Frank? What does he care? He tried to kill us. Suddenly, Frank recalled Ness's shining young face and began to pray diligently for the safety of Ness and his friends. Alright, let's hurry up. Pray, 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 pray. Ooh, she got it in the first turn. It better be somebody pretty important praying for us this time. It's prayer number 7. We're almost done with this. Ness's mom. This prayer ought to do some real damage. How is it that Ness's mother and sister are blonde, but he has dark hair? Suddenly, Ness's mother felt terribly uneasy, and she began to pray for the safety of her son and his friends. Okay, but we need to do some real major damage. What's it gonna take for me to pray myself? Well, he's all distorted, so he's hurting pretty bad. Okay, defend, pray, defend, defend. This one better do the job. No, it won't. It's just prayer number 8. But who's it gonna be? Anybody. Anybody at all. Paula's call was absorbed by the darkness. Well, that was useless. Okay, you know what they say. When you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. So excuse me while I sit here and concentrate really, really hard. Anybody at all, come on. Who the hell is that? Yeah. Who's that praying? Oh, it's starting to look like a familiar name. And full-on concentrate prayer. Michael Eric Lewis kept praying, so yes. That's me! That's my real name. I concentrated really hard and killed Giygas with my mind. And now he's all hurting my eyes with all the flashing, terrible noises. Oh God, it's gonna give me a headache. Hopefully it's over soon. Ness, now well, It's going to seem like I'm running away, but perhaps I'll just sneak away into another era to think about my next plan. It's a good bet that we will see each other again. Alright, I'll be seeing you. So now which one of us do you think is the cool guy? Alright, so he takes off to times unknown. Giygas starts to completely break down. You guys all know my real name. Please don't spam fuck my personal Facebook page with invites. That Facebook page is simply for me and my family. I just wanted you guys to know me a little better. So there you go, my full name. I was hesitant to actually put it up there. Well, that was the final boss battle. We finally defeated Giygas. The war against Giygas is over. I will see you guys in the ending sequence, but that's going to have to wait until next time. And until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.